Hi guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yvonne Princess Shabangu. If you are new here and you want to be part of the graceful, the beautiful, the wonderful, and the positive family, you are welcome to like, subscribe, share, comment, and voila, you're part of the graceful, the beautiful, and the wonderful family. So today we're back with another episode of Employment Wednesdays. We're talking all things employment. Today's your opportunity to actually pray for somebody who's looking for a job. Today's your opportunity to share a job post. Today's your opportunity to actually help somebody apply for a job, help somebody with their CV, help somebody with their cover letter, and also recommend Employment Wednesdays to them, because it's a space of positivity where we pray together, we apply together, and we share knowledge and information together. So yeah, today's video is specifically for your aspiring attorneys. If you want to be an attorney or if you want to study law, I guess you have to listen to this. So today we're going to talk about the 5 important things that a person should bear in mind when they're studying law. Number 1, it's hard finding articles. It's hard securing articles, but that doesn't mean you won't secure articles. You need to be able to navigate around that, and you need to be able to find special and unique ways of securing articles, because if you're just going to be like, oh no, I'm applying at Big Fives and that's it, I'm going to go on deeply, that's it, you're going to be in for a shock, because it's really hard securing articles, because some companies do not advertise on public platforms when they're looking for CAs. So you need to go hunt. You need to hunt for the articles. So that's rule number 1, right? You need to be prepared to search for articles from your first year of your studies. You need to be aware of the kind of law firm that you want to work for, or the kind of law firms that are actually hiring during that time, because some law firms actually hire 4 years or 3 years in advance. So it's very, very important that you make up your mind to start applying as soon as possible, because yeah, it's hard securing articles. Number 2, just finding a law firm and getting paid by the law firm is not the only way you can actually secure articles and be able to get articles. I feel like as time progresses, there are opportunities or ways that have been provided to ensure that the journey to finding articles is a little less hard, although it's still hard, right? We have opportunities like Sasseta. I'll just briefly go into the process. So with Sasseta, you apply, right? So once you apply, it's more like a bursary. So before you even apply, you do your searching and your hunting, and then maybe let's say you find a law firm, a small law firm or medium law firm, and they tell you that, yo, we have space, we're willing to train you, but we don't have money to pay you. You don't have to work for free. That's the good news. You don't have to volunteer. What you can do is be in an understanding, reach an agreement with that particular law firm to say, okay, fine, if you have space for me to train me and stuff like that, I'm going to apply for Sasseta. Although Sasseta is not guaranteed that you'll get it, but it's something, it's a starting point. So it's more like a bursary for a person that's doing their articles. So what will happen is you secure a spot at a small law firm, and then obviously there's certain affidavits or forms that particular principal needs to fill out, and then you submit your application. Then Sasseta, last time I checked, they would give you 7,500 as a stipend. So basically you are paid by Sasseta as opposed to being paid by the law firm. Some law firms are generous enough to say, hey, because we pay people 15,000, we are willing to give you 5,000 rand, and then you can still keep the money from Sasseta, which is 7.5. So you end up getting paid around about 12,000, 13,000 or 15, you know. So yeah, get your applications for Sasseta right, and then before you would have to download an application form and fill it out, but currently you have to do it online. So as an aspiring attorney or a person who's searching for articles, or you in your final year of your studies, 3rd year, 2nd year, I think it's very important that you familiarize yourself with this kind of thing. So it's important that at least weekly you go on the net to see which law firms have positions, to see if Sasseta has opened, to see how you go about applying for practical vocational training, to see how you go about filling out your LPC stuff, right? So it's very important. That's number 2, apply for your Sasseta. It's very important to keep yourself informed, right? So firstly, bear in mind that it's hard finding articles. Secondly, bear in mind that there are opportunities or ways to actually make it easy for you to get your articles, because some companies, not that they don't want to employ you, but they just don't have enough money to employ you or keep you. And it doesn't just end there. Sometimes you get your Sasseta for the 2 years. After admission, they can't retain you, so you must always be a step ahead. You must always be informed, and like I said, I'll never stop saying this, continue to network. Like, you can't network enough. You have to just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on until, I don't know, forever. You have to network forever. And then number 3, guys, it's important that you bear in mind that in your journey to becoming an attorney, obviously you need to serve your articles, which is 2 years. In the 2 years, you can't be director of any company. If you are in your final year right now, 3rd year, or you are done with your studies and you're searching for articles and you're a director of any company, please go deregister yourself as director, because it's unlawful in terms of the LPC if you are director and they didn't give you consent. So sometimes you can write to them and ask for consent, but to avoid any, personally, I don't like admin. I don't know who likes admin. If you like admin, say something on the comment sections, but personally, I don't like admin, so I'd rather do it right from the onset. So I would advise that do not be director until you are admitted, right? So because they try to ensure that all your hours go into you becoming a candidate attorney, or you into becoming an attorney, because they want you to fully focus or to learn as much as you can, because being a lawyer is hard, guys. It's not easy. It doesn't come easy. It's like, I think it's one of the most hardest things ever to do, because your mental health is at stake, your physical health is at stake, there's less sleeping, there's a lot going on, there's changes, your intellect, you know, and all of those kind of things. So they try to ensure that your main focus is you learning, your main focus is you becoming an attorney, right? So it's important that you don't participate in you being a director until you are admitted, because you can imagine the whole process. I know a lot of people, right, that they didn't know about that. Like, I even have a friend of mine, she was director at like about 3 companies, and then how it's now time to get admitted. Like, no, we're querying your admission because you're director at this place and you didn't let us know, and that's unlawful, and you can actually forfeit your 2 years of articles if you didn't get consent from them. They can just decide, no, 2 years written off, you have to start from all over and all of that. So you don't want to be panicking during your admission process. You want to be like as relaxed as possible, right? And then number 4, I know there's a lot of misconceptions about PLT and law school. If you do either or, you don't have to do both. You do law school, you don't have to do PLT. You do PLT, you don't have to do law school. So basically, law school is a full year, right? It's intense. I think a lot of people do it with UNISA. I think LEAD also has something, and you pay about 15,000 rand. So it's like you do it full time. Then you have PLT, practical legal training as well, which is the same thing, but done in a different way, right? So with PLT, you can either do like 6 months, or you can do it over 4 months. You can do it part-time, you can do it full-time. When you do it part-time, while you're busy with your articles, it's like 5,500 and something. So what happens is you attend 3 times or 2 times a week, and then your classes start from like 5:30 until 9-10 in the evening. So yeah, you do that for like 4 months. I started mine in May. Yeah, I started in April, actually. I started in April. Oh no, did I start? Okay, I didn't start last year. I started this year, guys, actually. I started this year, beginning of the year, around about February. Yeah, that's when I started. So I'm finishing in July. So you do it over 4 to 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you choose whatever works for you. If you're chilled at home and you're not doing anything, I'd say go for law school. There's nothing to lose, because as a lawyer, you cannot learn everything at one go. You need to learn as much as you can, you know. And then if you feel like, okay, you have other things to do and stuff like that, you can also might as well wait until you're a CA, and then you do your PLT. And then also, it's not compulsory or prerequisite to say, oh no, if you don't have PLT, if you don't have a PLT certificate, or if you haven't done law school, we're not going to give you articles. No, it doesn't work like that. Although there are other law firms that do use that as a requirement, but it's not like and must that you should have. Actually, if not 80%, 90% of the law firms employ candidates without PLT certificate. So you don't need to really worry about that. But if you have the time, go to law school. I would say a lot of the people think that becoming a lawyer is just your 4 years or your 5 years and you're done. Guys, there's more to it, right? That's actually my point number 5. It's very important that you understand that probably it's going to take you about 7 years, depending on whether or not you do your degree on record time, but 7 to 8 years to actually get everything all together. I'll make an example. I did my 4 years straight, I'll be honest. I did my master's for 2 years. That's 6 years of my education. And then I'm in my 2nd year of my articles. I'm on year 6 actually of me before becoming an attorney. So you can imagine it's a whole process. So you need to be aware. You need to keep yourself acquainted. You need to be friends with people that have walked the journey. You need to be able to ask questions, because guys, it's really saddening when you find a person in their final year or after they're done school, they're actually shocked at the fact that they still need to find articles, the fact that they still need to do 2 years, the fact that they still need to do board exams. And here's another thing, board exams are compulsory. You cannot be an admitted attorney without your board exams. Your PLT is compulsory. You cannot be an attorney without your PLT certificate. They want to know if you meet the requirement of a fit and proper attorney, you know, whether or not you can apply yourself practically and stuff like that. So yeah, guys, it's very important to note those things. Firstly, it's hard finding articles. You need to start looking for articles as soon as possible. You need to bear in mind that it's compulsory to actually do your board exams, and you need to stay away from being a director until you're an admitted attorney, and you actually need to keep yourself acquainted and apply for Sasseta, because it's really helpful, guys. Because I mean, at the end of the day, after the 4 years we spend in school, or rather the 5 or 6 years we spend in school, I don't think we still want to chill at home and hang out. So utilize whatever opportunity you may have. You know, some directors can be reluctant even in employing you in small law firms, but inform them like, hey, I can apply for Sasseta. Meanwhile, you can pay me maybe 5,000 or 4,000 or 3.5, depending on whatever that you need or your circumstances, and then let them know that actually there's a possibility of me getting Sasseta, and Sasseta will help me get paid. You don't have to pay me. All you need to do is train me, you know. And then here's another thing, guys, you cannot be supervised, or you cannot have a principal that hasn't been in practice for like 3 years. So you can't just randomly walk up to a law firm. I always see on Facebook and stuff like that where people once a person opens a law firm, right, or they become director in their first year, people are like, oh no, can I please have can you please make me your CA, can I please have a job? Doesn't work like that. You need to be in practice as director, also as an attorney. Yes, as an attorney or director. And actually I also have it mixed up, but you can't just be like, oh, hey, you're a director, please make me a CA, just like that within the first year. It's about 3 years. If I'm wrong, you can correct me on the comment section, or I'll pin it up once I have the exact statement or exact fact. So guys, stay informed, stay praying, be love, be kindness, and do not forget to share job posts. And to everyone else looking for employment, do not give up, do not give in, stay there, be consistent. Show up every day. Showing up is a form of discipline, and showing up is a form of excellence, because if you show up, you may never know who's in that room on that particular day. You may never know who you're going to meet on that particular day. So when you have meetings, when you have networking, when you have webinars and all of that, show up. Even if you're hurting, even if you're not sure, even if you're at the verge of giving up, just show up. And you may never know, maybe it's actually your lucky day on that particular day. So do not forget to be love, light, kindness, and God bless you. I'm praying for you, and I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment.